This is definitely not the type of video that you would be expecting from me, especially because I do a lot of life series related content and also a lot of like trailer stuff as well. But here we are. We all start somewhere, and even though this is like, I don't even remember how many months now. It's put it on screen. It's been that many months since this world was created, and now I'm only posting about it. But you know, like I said, we all start somewhere. So this video will basically just be a little introduction to the world. It's basically just showing you guys what I have been up to in between live series and editing. I guess the first place we could start is just this absolutely insane base that I've created. Might have seen it in the intro. I'm not sure if I've edited it yet. Maybe not. But my base is quite massive. Obviously, there are a lot of things I am working on simultaneously. So there's a lot of things that look unfinished, that may seem unfinished, but don't worry, they will be done soon. And hopefully this channel and this video will help encourage me to do all this. I guess we just start off with these buildings here. These were like this building here was the initial building I built. So this was the first ever building. Oh, there's chickens. So this was the first building that I made on this server, and this is my main base. So this is where I mostly hang out. As you can see, it's a bit of a mess because I'm, you know, planning a few things. But this is just the main area. Turn on shaders really quickly, just so you guys get an idea. And this was the first sort of interior I've ever done. And personally, I think it looks really cool. It's one of my favorite interiors. Up here, we've got some of my trophies. We've got, you know, first tools, first diamond, etc, etc. And my unfinished first netherite pair. The boots are currently on me because I lost my other ones, so I've had to change them to this. As you can see, I've also got probably the most flashy armor possible. All netherite. I'm quite rich, but you know, we've all it. Another thing about this world is you see that number up there at the top of the tab list. That's the amount of achievements I've got. So in this world, we have got Blazing Caves achievement. As you can see, there are quite a few more achievements. 1,202 to be exact. And this world obviously has it. So there are achievements you can get, you know, stuff like this. And the owner of the server, Mushi, he is trying to complete every single one. Every single one. And I'm genuinely baffled, because what do you mean you're trying to do over 1,000 achievements? It's kind of insane, to be honest. These other buildings don't really have much use yet. That one's got my nether portal in. This one, it's just a building. It's just to make the area look nice. I think we should move on to the lighthouse next, because this is probably one of my favorite builds that I've done. Just because it's so small, yeah, it just looks really cool and it adds to the whole feel of the base. My area was initially supposed to be just a fishing village, or just a place where people can chill, you know, get a bit of fish. If you're coming in from the ocean, it just gives the feel of, like, you know, sickness and cool. I don't know. I just think it's really cool. And also the custom cliff I've done here, I also think that's really cool. I've got plans to add stuff around it, like mini spikes and other things like that, but I think it looks good already. I think it looks okay, you know, not that ball with it. These houses are all just, you know, made creative. They got small interiors, nothing to boast about, but they just add a bit more. We got these two guys. They've been here since like day one. I genuinely don't know how they got in the boat, and I don't know how that guy's wearing a wandering trader head, but we ball with it. There's a stupid grass mark. Okay. We've got these two buildings here. Now, I got inspiration on Pinterest to build these two, and these are also one of my favorite builds, I'm not gonna lie. I just really love the color palette I chose to do with these type of buildings. You know, it just adds more like a would it be like a Spanish sort of architecture maybe? Oh, and it's raining. Let's turn that all the way down so you don't have to listen to the stupid rain. This one has an interior, or half an interior. We don't talk about that. But this one doesn't really have an interior, but it looks cool. It looks cool from the outside. That's what really matters. Another building I really like is this tower here. Oh, you can see my face. This tower was initially just built just to add a bit more to like the skyline as you're walking around. But now it's changed now to be where I grow all my nether wart. As you can see down here. Just get the nether wart, put it in here, you know. And I need nether wart mainly for some of the farms, which I will show later on Mushi Island. It's just small things. And then we're going to move over here. Now, one thing I haven't shown, and I know I haven't shown it because I definitely would have forgotten about it. Sorry, Dino, don't mean to forget about it. But this is Dino's little base. He hasn't been on a lot, so he hasn't really built too much, but honestly, I think it's really cool. It's just a small opening into a cave, which I really hope he works on soon. It's honestly such a good idea. And I just really hope that he does end up finishing it, or even just putting work into it. I think would be really cool. Now, these two buildings are special. This one in particular, because this was made by Gakkuro. Another fellow member on the server. He's a pirate dude. And, well, I think we'll know what happened to Dino. He got arrested. He's got arrested. Yeah. This building in particular is quite cool because I tried doing a little interior as well, and I think it turned out quite cool. You know, little carpenter here probably lives here. It's probably that dude. You know. Obviously, there's no interior up here, and there is trapdoors flipped. I'm going to kill somebody. Yeah, it's not much. It just looks good. And then we get to this forest. This forest is still unfinished, but it's had a lot of work to it, and I think it looks really cool. Added these, genuinely forgot the name of them now. Really adds to like the wildlife on the floor. And obviously you got the big trees and the spore blossoms to add tiny particles in the air to simulate, like, to add like the leaves falling, like extra leaves, sorry. I think it adds really cool detail. We've obviously got a huge wheat field that I created. As you can see, it spans over the river, which was actually man-made, which I need to make bigger, but we don't talk about it. But we've got the windmill and the silo, which I've created. The windmill has a sort of interior. It's got, you know, it's making hay bales. I'm also noticing that I'm missing fence gates here. I built this like 2-3 months ago. Okay, they're making hay bales. There's a few bits up here, but it's not much to talk about. I also really love the design I built. I made this on older server, as this is obviously a server, and I just built in like the last months of it, and I just thought, why not add it to this world? You know, it's kind of a tribute to the last world, but we built with it. Now, you guys have probably been staring at this thing and wondering, what the flip is this? What have you spent like hours doing? This build took like 2 days, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna go sleep. I can also get rid of the flipping rain. We get to this beast of a build. Now, before I actually talk about the build, let's talk about the terrain around it. This whole cliff is made by me. Yes, it's made by me. You couldn't tell, could you? Well, yeah, this is terraforming, and I really love making cliffs. The last world we had, the last server, I made a cliff, and it started a trend. As we'll get to the other bases, and you'll see see the trend that I've started. This tower's purpose is one job only. it's to house the tree farm that I've made. And it doesn't even go to the top. Oh. I don't know why, but about me, I love making big towers and big builds to cover up small things. I don't think, yeah, there's nothing in here. It's just empty, but I'm planning on building maybe like a little meeting room or just like an area where we can all chill. Something like that. Something like that, I don't know. And then we get to the big birth of plans and planning and procrastination. You know, you might think that this video, oh, it's a procrastination, you know. God knows how many months you've been putting this off, yeah. Stupid me. Anyway, this build has been in the works for basically since the start of the server. Me and Xample, a fellow member, we planned this huge cathedral to be built for PvP, and it's been in the works for about the same amount of time that I've been putting off making a video. And I genuinely haven't built anything. I've built 2 layers, and that's 3 layers if you include that. But that's about it. I've got most of the resources. I used most of the diorite and calcite for that tower, which is stupid, but you know, we move on. I think that concludes everything for my base. You know, I've got obviously some bushes, some rocks, other things that I need to move around and other stuff, you know. But I think that concludes it. I think we should move on to Xample's base. Now, Xample is the person who builds something genuinely insane and genuinely, like, it's just beautiful. And he'll turn around and he'll just be like, this is crap, I hate this. And I'm like, it's just mental, because looking at it from this perspective, it's genuinely an art piece. Like, yeah, I just took a screenshot. It's just, everything about it just screams to me art. Like, I could see this from here, from the bridge. I could see this hung up in an art museum or something like that. It's just beautiful. We'll get to the first house he built, or him and Mushi built together. I love this building so much. It's so cool. The way that it gives off like a wizard tower, and that's the thing I love about it. Xample does really love his towers. In the last world he built some towers, you know, loves his wizard towers. But I really love how the windows just come out. I love that. It's just so cool. He's obviously got a little market here, which I really need to take inspiration from. Genuinely, it's so cool. I love it so much. I made one of the last world, but it wasn't really a market. It was just like a few stands. And right here, you can see the cliff trend has started to form. I say cliff. This is just a little drop in it. The cliff trend has formed. Oh, this is mountain. But it seems I've started a big trend on the server and last server, because people did love to build cliffs. One building I love is this clock tower. Now, you might think, oh, what's in the clock tower, Linky? It's literally not what you expect. It's a cactus farm. It's genuinely so cool. I actually was the one who said he should build the cactus farm in there, because he was going to build like a whole new building for it, and I was just like, you could just build it there. Honestly, Xample's base is so cool. I genuinely can't wait for him to finish his plans here. He's already sent me a few screenshots of what he's doing, and I'm genuinely so excited to see what's going to happen, because this cliff has also been in the works for quite some time now. We'll move on to Mushi's base. Now, looking from afar, you'll probably be like, oh, he probably hasn't built too much, which is true. He hasn't been focusing on building like big buildings like I have, me and Xample have been doing. He's been focusing on the achievement side of things. We'll take a look down here. I'm going to turn down my master volume just a bit, just in case it's a bit too loud. What is that? Oh! Well, he's built that. Sorry, I've just got off track. This is his base. Obviously not too much to it, but you can see he has kind of grinded out achievements a lot. And you can see this was a map from like when the server like just-ish began. No, I'm joking. This is a map of when we had nothing pretty much. I had a few buildings here and there, you know, the 2 initial ones. But other than that, there's not much to talk about. But then we get to the big bertha of Mushi's base. He really likes designing storage systems and making them. They're not automatic, sadly, but you know, it's alright. You know, I come here every day, you know, just to, you know, take some deep sleep variants and some other things that I might need. But we won't tell him that. We'll keep it a secret. He also managed to get every single, I say every single mob, most mobs from, obviously from an achievement here. And it's to stand within 30 blocks, so right here, of all of these mobs, and when that one was obviously just a normal hoglin. I don't know how he did it. He's genuinely insane. He's at like 1,000 achievements already, or almost at 1,000, I'm pretty sure. But it's really cool. He also has one of every mob except from chickens, which I unfortunately killed. But we don't talk about that. Mushi has worked on other things, which we will explore later. But it is genuinely one of the most technical bases, I would say. I think we should move on to Gakkuro's base. Now, Gakkuro joined a few months ago, so he's relatively new. Technically, he is the newest player, but he has done so much that it looks like he has been on the server since day one. Well, we'll go to his first build, the shipwreck bar. As you can see, the ship is kind of crashed into the dock. It's really cool. Another thing that's really cool is he has got actual people in here. He's got bartenders. It's so cool. I was the one who gave him the idea. I didn't give him the idea. I kind of just like shipped off one of the pillagers to him. If you didn't know, you can break a pillager's crossbow and they'll become peaceful. They won't attack you. It's kind of insane. Okay, let's just turn that down. You did hear that. Okay, yes, you did hear that. Let's just turn that off really quickly. I just turned off some. You don't need to worry about that. But he's genuinely come so far in a short amount of time. As you can see, he's got more villagers, pillagers, you know, people that will be living it. One thing I do have to say I really love the color palette on this. It's so cool. I love the blues and the textures he's added. Even though it's not the best interior, even though I can't talk, I just genuinely really love the colour palette. Now, one thing he is working on, and you know, it's taken time, better than Xample, we're going to talk about that, is his mountain. He has cleared this entire area. You can see where he's cleared. All over here was land, and he's cleared it all the way down 2 blocks. That's genuinely insane. Props to him, honestly, because I know how much of a struggle it is to clean up stuff like this. I'm going to turn on full bright. As you can see, it's a bit empty, but he is the more technical, like, redstone expert of this server. If we go down into his main area, through the nether portal, we can see that he has designed a storage system which is currently broken. But it sorts, like, all sorts of, items, and you can like put multiple items in the chest. I'll show you. Like, he's got all of these items in one like section. And same with this thing, it just goes on and on. And I don't know how he's done it. I'll fall into the machine. I genuinely don't know how he's done it. It's genuinely one of the craziest things I've seen. And it's the fact that he hasn't even looked at any tutorials to do this thing. He's done this by like memory and by his knowledge of redstone, and it genuinely shocks me. People like that scare me, I'm not gonna lie. We come up here, also showcase a few things that he's been building. Now, Gakkuro has said that he might be posting videos too. You might get 2 POVs of this server, maybe 3 if other people start streaming. But he has also started this game, which a Watchman is currently stuck on. Has been stuck there for a while. He's working on a fishing game, I'm pretty sure. Has been in the works for a while now, so I'm not entirely, you know, certain if he's still working on it, but it's been one of the things I've been looking forward to for quite some time now. I think the most out-of-pocket base, in a good way, is Raccoon's base, and that's just because of how crazy it is. I call it the Tesseract because it's genuinely a weird shape, but it looks so cool. I'm lagging! Okay, anyway. I call it the Tesseract because it's genuinely one of the craziest spaces that I've seen in terms of like geometry or stuff like that. They haven't done too much, but I forgot. Oh my god. Do you want to come out here? Do you want to come out here, yeah? Come on, come here. We don't talk about that. There we go. We'll stay quite a bit away from the weather because genuinely that literally deafens my ears. We'll stand over here. Raccoon space. It's so cool. I love the tree. Him and Mushi both designed it. I'm gonna go sleep real quick. I've slept 3 times in this video already. That's crazy. It's so cool. I love the whole idea, the concept of it. And he also hosted a... I say hosted. I was the only one who participated in it. In designing one of these corners, like matching your base aesthetic. And so I built this, and it's supposed to represent the initial base that I built, the orange roofed fishing hut. And I think I cooked. I can't lie. Not to boast or anything, but I cooked. Now I'm not too sure what he's got planned for the future, because I don't think you can get any better than this. But I do know he's built this tiny little cabin off in the woods. Now, one thing I love about this building in particular is when you come through here, this angle is so beautiful. It's like portraying an art piece, just like Xample's base. When building, you really got to think about perspective. That's what creates the whole Minecraft art. Well, Xample, Gakkuro, and Raccoon have all done that in their own ways, and I think that's really cool. One thing I do love about this, which I did, and did I steal or did I build? I think I might have stolen, but it's the moss roof. I built one of the fishing huts with it, and I think it's a really cool addition. It's just so cool. We finally reached Pepsi's base. Now, Pepsi doesn't really have a lot of time to log on and do things, but in the time that she has actually popped on, I think she's done such a good job. It's genuinely so cool. And the way that she has actually built the base is so cool. Yes, not much has been added, but I just love the whole idea of it. What? Penthouse. Oh, okay. I just love this idea. It's just so beautiful. Now, we're at the part of the tour where everyone's basis has been done now. What's next? Well, there is one place I would like to showcase, and that is the Mushroom Island. Now, this is where everything pretty much happens. Farms, more farms, you know. And also, for Mushi, achievement grinding. As you can see, this Mushroom Island is literally just the core for everything that goes on. What is that? What have I missed? Anyway, I haven't been in it since like 2 days, so I don't know what's happened. Okay, let's not get deafened. Well, we'll go over the basic farm. We've got iron farm, we've got gunpowder farm, and we've got food farm. And then we've also got a cobblestone generator I've made, and there is also XP farm right there, which is what the nether wall is used for. It's used for lovely infested potions because it's a silverfish farm. We've also got a lot of villagers, you know, some cool things. Yeah, okay, so he's also working on getting every single villager type and trading with every single villager type with every profession. But it's genuinely insane. This guy is crazy. He's genuinely so dedicated. It's taking him 7 months, and he's almost. I say he's almost finished. It could take another year, but we'll see where it goes. Now, one thing I do want to check out is what is this? I don't know what I missed out on. Hi! Oh, I need you for an achievement, actually. Hold on. Now, I'm pretty sure I know what this achievement is as well. It's to place every cave block at the top of the world. Hello. Can I? Yeah! There we go. Nice. Now, oh! Okay, right. So place you. So place you. So place you. Oh. Okay, right. That didn't happen. Grab you. We'll grab you. We'll grab you. And then tough, yeah? Cobblestone as well. Hello? Oh, I don't even know where this achievement is. Oh, I think that's most things that need to be showcased on this world. Now, the next thing I want to talk about in this video in particular is the plans I've hopefully got. One of the main things on the server that I've been lacking a lot of recently is motivation to actually do anything. Now, I built this in like 2 days a few weeks ago, and that's just drained everything out of me. Like, I was supposed to do other things about that, you know, add some more greenery, things like that, but I just haven't had the energy. We'll go. You know what? We'll make a board up there of things that I want to accomplish before this server ends. Now, we've got a little board here for the start of the board. Now, these will be my goals for this channel, for this server and channel. YouTube, we'll do YouTube, yeah. The main goal will be to build the cathedral, as that has been something that I've always wanted to build, and I'd always want to like show my progress on it. And I think that might be the reason why I've put it off for so long. With the cathedral, I need to build a gold farm and also a barter farm. Because there is a design out there by Potato Noir, I'm pretty sure. He's built a farm, a gold farm and a barter farm, which links to a diorite farm, which I need, especially for the future of, like, for what I want to do. Socialize more with players. Finish building the interior for all houses. Add life to the build. To your builds. I also want to build with other people. Now, one goal I think could be quite cool is reach 1,000 achievement. I think that's how you spell it. We're already halfway there, but I think it would be cool to get away from the whole building aspect and focus on grinding and getting, you know, trophies and stuff like that. I think that could also be quite cool. Another thing I want to do is plan my mega base. And that's something I've been putting off for a while. Maybe it's because I wanted to record it and I wanted someone to see it, but I'm not sure. But somewhere out there will be my mega base, and it's something that you guys are definitely not expecting. So I'm really excited to see what you guys will think of it. Finish the details to the cliffs. Now, when I talk about this, I mean like spikes, arches, etc. What I mean by the spikes, arches, etc. is down here by my cliff, I want to add some small details and also some big details, like just big spikes in the water, just to add a bit more detail to the whole like aqua life down there. Now, I can't really think of any other goals, but if you guys have any ideas for what I could do, then please let me know. I think that concludes today's episode. Now, it wasn't a long one. Next one will 100% be the next a long one. We will pick one of these goals and we will start working on them. Or we will just goof around and do random stuff like small builds or whatever. But I guess that's it. With that one, I guess I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.